Couch Sessions. My name is Mugambi Kithinji. Couch Sessions are a platform where we talk, we get to nurture ourselves, and most importantly, we get to better our lives. I'm sure after each and every episode, your life will be better. So sit back, relax, and I hope you'll enjoy this episode. Episode 5. Thank you for always listening and thank you for always sharing. And as I usually say, I hope each episode impacts your life positively. While I'm recording this, it's a very special week for me. This is because I'm finally graduating. And while I'm graduating, it has also impacted what I'm talking about today. I'm talking about they will clap for you one day. This is because when you are starting to do something, people usually doubt if you have the expertise, if you have the strength, if you have the capacity. But once you make it, that's when they now clap for you. They say how they supported you. They say how they are there for you. Like for me, especially somebody who has studied something to do with creativity, with arts. When I was starting, so many people doubted, were questioning, were asking, what is this that you're doing? Why have you gone to do it? Do you have the knowledge? Do you have the skills? What will come out of you at the end of it? But now while I'm graduating, now they are clapping for me. When I went for my attachment at KBC, so many people started listening to me on the radio. They're like, Mugambi, this is something amazing that you're doing. Keep pushing. But when I was starting, they're the same people who are doubting. That has impacted what I'm talking about today. And I believe I'm not the only one. I believe even you, my listener, there are so many things that you are doing right now. Many people are doubting you. And I'm sure there are also those who started doing something and so many people doubted them. While they completed it, they were now next to them, clapping for them, cheering for them. I'll give you an example. There was this book I was reading from Obama. It's called Dreams from My Father. He narrates how in the 1980s when he came to Kenya, his relatives were doubting him, asked why can he come from America without any gifts, without anything for them. And when he started becoming the senator and started running for presidency, eventually became the first black president. So many of them started associating with him. I'm sure most of us watched on television when most of them were now going, claiming how they supported him, how the first time he came, they enjoyed his trip, they knew that he'll become a leader. But in hindsight, that's just false. They wanted to associate themselves with him once he became successful. And usually that's something that happens in life. Many people are usually doubtful and skeptical because starting points are the hard points. That's when the business is not making a lot of money. That's when the business requires a lot of energy, a lot of effort. But at the finish line, that's when the business is flourishing. That's when you're opening different branches. That's when your name has grown. And that's where people want to be. People don't want to be associated with failure. They don't want to be associated with the struggle. And which for me, I'd say that's something wrong, because why would you want only to be associated with the joy but not with the struggle? Because I believe the struggle builds the joy. And for you, my listener, who's maybe starting on something and you're feeling that there's too much pressure, there are too many people who are doubting you, you feel like you cannot continue on that journey, don't give up. Even for me, for example, as I have said earlier, when I was starting, so many people asked so many questions. What will happen, or what will be the outcome of what you're going to study? What will you do? Where do you want to go? Study something else? But for me, I was stuck on what I wanted to do. I knew that is where I want to go, and I kept at it, and I am where I am today. I know I'm not yet there, but at least I've made the first step. I would like to encourage you who's always listening to my podcast each and every week. For this week, I want you to know that never give up, never give in to people's opinions, to people's expressions. Sometimes, actually, you'll find that people are expressing their fears through you. Maybe somebody is afraid of trying something out. Now they put that fear in you. Don't let somebody's fear, or maybe somebody's opinion, somebody's words get into your head and they make you not achieve your goals, maybe chase your dreams, do something that you wanted. Around 60 to 70% of people who are employed are actually in jobs that they don't enjoy. They would have loved to do something else. I was listening to Over 25, and one of the ladies called Julia was saying that she loved art, she loves drawing, she's more comfortable in such kind of an environment, and that's what she has started to discover about herself and to lean towards that side. Now you see, maybe in the next 10, 15, 20 years, maybe she'll be among the biggest, maybe musicians, writers, filmmakers, even maybe painters, because now she's leaning towards an area that she's comfortable with. And maybe previously there was somebody who had discouraged her and told her, maybe you need to work in the corporate world, you need to forget about art is not a serious thing. And maybe that's what pushed her not to venture into the art. But now I like what she said. She's more focused into getting to know herself and liking what she does, and she never does that because of people. My dear listener, there are very many examples of very many people who never gave up when they started. They kept at it even when people laughed at them and people never believed in them. You've seen, I've shared the example of Obama and the example of Julia. There's even many people. And never give up. Maybe the journey right now may be seeming like it's not working out, and maybe there are so many people who are doubting you, but keep pushing. They usually say gold is not found at the surface level. It's usually found inside. When you dig deeper and deeper and deeper, that's where you'll find gold. I'll encourage you, my dear listener, never to give in. Don't listen to the noise. One day they'll clap for you. Keep on pushing, keep on running, keep on training, keep on sharpening your skills, and one day you'll be surprised. You'll be at the finish line. You'll get what you want. Your business will grow, your art will flourish, everything that you want in your life will be where you want it to be. So keep listening, and I hope that you have learned and you have grown from this episode, and let us meet at the next one. Cheers. Yeah.